Hi there, my name is Susie and today we're going to be doing Build Your Own Terrarium. Now we have some materials here that I'd like to go over. You might not have exactly this in your home, but that's okay. Just make do with whatever you've got. So the first thing we're going to start with is some soil. This is just regular old garden potting soil. You might have it laying around outside in your garden. If you do have garden bags, just dig up a couple of spoonfuls of it, put it in a pot, and you're all set. Next we need some gravel. Now this, I had to get creative. This is actually fish tank rocks. So we're going to use this as our base, our gravel. Next we have an aloe plant. So this is a succulent. I understand that most people probably won't have something like this at home. Maybe you will, but that's okay. You can grab any kind of plant. Even if you have maybe some herbs popping up in your garden or something around in your yard, you can always dig it up and use that. The key to this is being flexible. Anything goes, and there's really no wrong way to do it. Some nice easy tricks to help you to sustain your terrarium, but other than that, it's a very individualized project, so you can use your imagination. Next we have some bigger stones over here that we're going to be using for decoration, and some larger flat stone. These are gray. So I chose these colors because they're all different and they contrast nicely with each other, and they're going to really show off the plant. The last thing you're going to need is some sand. Again, this might be tricky if you don't have this at home. If you don't have a sandbox maybe that you can dig into from your kids, you can always forget this layer. It's not mandatory. It's just, it makes it look pretty. All right, so we are going to start off with a glass vase. Typically, I usually use bubble bowls for this. They're round and they have a small opening at the top. This is all I had in my house, so this is what you're going to use. If you do have something that's clear, it's going to show off your plant better. But if not, you can use an old dish, raised dish, that has a larger opening. All you want to do is make sure you can see the plant. So now we're ready to get started. We are going to start with a layer of gravel at the bottom of this. Now this is going to act as your filtration system. This is where the water is going to collect at the bottom. So we want to put a nice healthy layer down, possibly depending on your vase. This one is going to need about an inch, I would say. So it's nice and pretty. I'm going to pick out anything in there that doesn't look attractive. This is all about eye appeal. And the next thing we're going to do is add some soil. So you're going to put the soil in. You don't have to worry about if things are getting dirty. I'll teach you a trick on how to fix that, how to kind of smooth things over. So you're going to want to put at least about 3 times the amount of soil than you did of the gravel. So right now you can also see it's looking very pretty. You can see the lines in this. You can see the different layers. Next, very carefully, when I usually teach this how-to trick, I tell people to tip the plant over and gently push the end of the pot out. It prevents a lot of damage to the plant, and you also want to be aware of the plant's size compared to the vase that you're putting in. So we're just going to dig this in. We're going to make a little tiny hole, and we're going to place it right inside. Again, depending on what we have to use, if the opening is a little tight, maybe you want your plant a little smaller, this one's going to fit in just like this. Next, we are going to use some sand. In this case, I'm going to drop it right on the sides, not on top of the plant. You want to keep the plant as clean as possible. It's going to need to be taken care of and watered, and having a whole bunch of stuff on top of the petals might damage the plant. So once we spread it all the way around like I did, I have some sand on it. So I'm just going to blow. Gently blow off, brush off the tips until the plant is all clear again, like this. And if you want to come and take a closer look, you can see what it looks like on top. Okay, now you can see we have 3 layers now. You can see the plant over there, and now it's time to decorate. So, we have some stones. I love this color. Against this light green, it really makes the color pop. So I'm just gonna maybe put a couple of those in over here. Continue to spin your vase will make sure that all the sides are even if you're looking for something that's perfectly distributed. I'm just going to put a couple of them on here. And next, I also want to show you, so we do have some of these stones. I found this almost matches the color of the plant, so I'm going to add that in here. And because this is going to be for my son, who has just started to find his little fascination with planting, so I snuck into his room and I found some things that maybe he would like to see in his terrarium. Now, if you have shells at home, if you'd like to add that in, you can do that. Some people add little treasure chests in there. It's all up to you. This is going to be designed just specifically tailored for you. So for my son, I found a little Minecraft man, and I'm going to just put him right here. I also found a little minion. He loves his minions. So I'm going to spin this around and place a little minion right here. And just for fun, we have his favorite Star Wars character ever, Rey. Rey's got to go in too. So we'll find her a nice little area right on the side, just like this. A lot of kids would like to do this. This is not just for adults, it's lots of fun. The last thing I want to teach you about is these should go in a sunny area. They do not, like a lot of other houseplants, they do not need a lot of water. These are cacti. They're from the cacti family. So they like limited water, but you do still have to water. So how I'm going to teach you to do this is you're going to drop it right to the side and you're going to see how it gets wet. Then you're going to place it in a well-lit area. How you're going to tell if it needs more water is that once you see that all the sides are dried up, it's usually going to take about a week or so, maybe a little bit longer, then you want to slowly add your water. So there you have it. You're doing yourself, for a 10-year-old little boy who's starting to like gardening, your own terrarium. I hope you had fun today. See you later.